Hey, everybody, it's Dr. Jane for us, the Spikes. We're coming to you live from somewhere. Long Island, maybe?
The longest island in the country.
Depends how you measure it. Does Brooklyn count? There's
Yeah, Brooklyn, Queens, it's all part of it.
all part of it, yeah.
Yeah,
But Staten Island doesn't count.
Staten Island is an island of its
Because
own.
you have that bridge between us.
Yeah. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin because this is the topic of at least some speculation.
Everybody and their brother is long Bitcoin. Everybody and their brother is bullish, super bullish Bitcoin. And it's getting me nervous when that happens.
Yeah, I mean we got a nice little trend line down here as far as the bottoms go,
Not
right?
only do I hear 90, 95, I hear 150,000, I hear 500,000, I hear a million.
Get out of here! Really?
I hear all kinds of numbers. Kathy Wood has throws out a lot of big numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Michael Saylor. Although these are the extreme bulls, but everybody seems to be on the long side.
yeah.
Very few shorts that I am aware of. It's kind of like NVIDIA and all the AI stuff, overcrowded. Everybody's long, nobody's short.
You know what they say is when your cab driver starts talking about it, it's time to get out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The cab drivers, I never had a cab driver give me a blue chip. As a tip.
Stock tip.
Usually, I have to look for it with a microscope, with a magnifying glass on the pink sheets.
That's funny. I'm looking over here at this latest trend just to see how that looks with
This
the.
is beautiful looking wedge.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that within this wedge that I'm building, everything's inside, right?
Yeah,
But does that mean this is bullish or bearish?
I think what we're seeing is consolidation, and if it gets, you see, you actually have a sequence of lower highs,
Lower highs, although
but,
very
but
subtle.
along the top they're lower highs. But all we got to do is take out the last high, and I think we're run.
So yeah, you think, and it's going to happen soon. This looks like sometime late in June.
Yeah,
About, about a week
it's
or so.
definitely going to resolve shortly, right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean,
And
that's if we follow this trend line.
Professor Omar gave a number 72,000 and change. Is that the previous high?
Previous high up here.
No, not that one. The one lower than that.
Oh,
Yeah,
the one that we did.
what? And then one to the left of that.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, that one.
71.4.
Okay, I think that's critical. A close above that high, and I think we break through to new all-time highs. And if we break through to new all-time highs, we will get to that 90, 95,000. I just don't know if we're going to 150.
Well, it's certainly if this ends up being the line that takes over. Let's say we muddle around a little bit over here, and then this is the line that takes over. It's got
Yeah,
a really nice.
what we want to see is a continuation of that downward trend line, the lower trend line.
Right, this one here. I know. Like I said, if you go back very long term, that's not really the trend line. The trend line is more, is more this one here. But even that's still,
Still good.
it's still a nice looking. I would bring it up a little bit. Still something like that.
Still good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed. So
This looks bullish.
it does actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks
Looks like
bullish. And also you could draw another parallel line to your top one and get a downward channel. That's clear consolidation.
Oh, I see. Yeah, let me try that. Let's see what happens with that. Let's see where it brings me. So you're saying if to
Right
go
about through that, yeah.
right around in here, if we take
Yeah,
it
right.
over here and
I
sort of,
could do that too. Why not?
well, I mean that's sort of channeling right there.
Sure.
I mean, I could bring it here just to
You
take.
got to do. No, I think the first one is,
You liked it higher, more
yeah,
cloud, right in here.
better.
Actually, right in here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
So that is a classic consolidation, bull flag, whatever you want to call
All right.
it. So I think Bitcoin is set to break higher, probabilistically. Is that a word, or I just make it up?
Probabilistically is indeed a word.
It is a word.
Yes.
All right.
And it's going to happen. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen soon.
Can I put the probability at 0.75 that it breaks up?
There you go. Something. These lines that you're making me draw make that pretty evident.
So if the probability is 0.75 that it breaks up, and I think that's the same probability that SPY breaks up.
Really? You think
That's what we were talking about the other day.
Let's take a look at SPY then.
Take a look at TLT first.
Which one is TLT now?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's the 20-year bond.
Oh, the 20-year bond. Right. You've been liking that one.
I bought some more. I think yesterday, today. It's on a tear. It didn't do much today, but
that's what it is. It's
been on a tear.
This is already 2024. Okay, so it's
now again. This is indicative of rates going down, and in my mind, rates going down is rally equals rally on the SPY. Okay. I think inflation is licked.
Inflation is whipped.
Whipped inflation now, right?
Whipped inflation now. So
you know what president said that?
Indeed.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Can't put anything over on you.
Let's see if anyone in our audience gets it.
And I'll get it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're as old as we are.
I mean, if you were alive in the 70s, you know.
Right.
If you're old enough to remember the 70s.
So is it even worth trying to draw a trend line here, or is it just good news?
You could draw a long-term trend line. Try to look at the 3-week or the weekly.
I was thinking this one here sort of seems
okay, draw it.
Something like that. Looks like it's sort of taken at least the last couple of months.
Yeah, we're back above that.
Right.
I think this is a very bullish chart. I think we're going higher on TLT, lower in interest rates. I think this continues, and I think we get joined with by a big rally in SPY. So two things have to happen. This continues up.
Right.
And Bitcoin breaks through 73,500.
All right, so here's SPY. All right, this is the last couple of months.
I think we can get a melt up in SPY. And Qs. And the Russell. Probably the biggest move of all will come in the Russell.
You think so, huh?
Yeah, because the interest rates going down benefits the small caps the most.
I guess you're right. Let me just put this here, because this is sort of this latest trend line right here.
Also, you need the short-term rates to go down. You need everything to go down.
All right, so this is the SPY. We're at 534.
You also need commodities to go down, like oil. You want cheap oil. You know, help with the.
Yeah, now, what is it going to take for us to think that this is a recession instead? Then
I think there's no escaping the recession, but you know, you always get recessions. It's just that everyone who said it was going to happen 2 years ago, they're dead wrong.
Gotcha.
Everyone who said it was going to happen in 2023, they're dead wrong. Kay Indonesia wants to know whether it was Nixon or Ford that said whip inflation out.
Right. Yeah, it was Ford. As if any of us could do that.
Yeah.
It was sort of at the time it was a little bit of ridiculousness or whimsy, if you will.
Did you wear your button? Did you have your
win button? I had on a button because I remember at the time I was only in my teens.
I wore my win button.
And inflation was not an issue for me.
Yeah.
Because inflation would mean that my allowance went from 25 cents a week to 30 cents a week.
I like Jerry Ford. I thought he was a decent human being.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice enough guy, certainly.
Yeah. What is it that they said about him? He couldn't chew bubble gum and tie his shoes at the same time.
Yeah, right. Well, he was a football guy.
Well, I can't even tie my shoes, let alone chew.
Yeah, no, right, exactly. These days, who even has shoes with laces?
I need the long shoehorn.
Oh yeah, right. The shoehorn, right? The shoehorn that's 3 feet tall.
Yeah, the very long one. So I forget the bubble gum. I just can't do the shoelace.
So now, if I'm trying to still reconcile Professor Omar's thinking that we're going to have a 20% correction with all this bullishness. Is it really like the bullish?
He's saying 8 to 10%.
So, but the bullishness is what? It's going to last for like a week and a half, and then in the middle of July, everything's going to collapse.
Well, I think the opposite. I think we could get theoretically an 8%, 10% pullback anytime and quickly move up. Could happen anytime.
Really?
Could
I mean,
happen
the way
tomorrow.
these things are looking, it's looking like the upswing is going to happen before the downswing.
But what I'm trying to say is 8 to 10% could happen really quick.
Yeah, okay, you're right. It could creep up on you. So you have cautious optimism then.
Yeah, I mean, even if my way of looking at it, you get it over with, and you move up.
Okay.
My overall perspective is bullish at least until SPY 600.
All right.
After that, we rethink my position.
After that, anything goes.
Well, I got to rethink it whether I want to go another 50 points or start shedding.
I see.
I'm long and buying until then.
You're going to take your good news a piece at a time.
Yeah, I mean, if what I think is going to happen does happen, I'm going to be a lot wealthier than I am now at 600, right?
Right.
So then I'm going to have to take something off the table.
Right, indeed.
Even if it's got another 100 points, I don't care. If I miss the move from 600 to 700, I don't care. I want to catch the move to 600.
I understand.
Because the move from 600 to 700 may not happen so fast. The move to 600, I'm pretty convinced will happen this year. So that's the difference. Maybe, I mean, if things really rocket up and we get 650 by the end of the year, before I have a chance to sell, that's okay too. I couldn't be more bullish, in other words.
Now, let's see. Since we usually we talk about the S&P and the Bitcoin and their derivatives.
We missed the IWM move. There was a little pop.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one. Actually, I did want to look at IWM because I'm still going to.
It popped to 205 yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you were looking to get in at 2. I was looking to get in at 190.
By the way, this number on SPY is Professor Omar's target.
Which one?
535.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's saying 535 to 538, and then 10% correction.
All right, now this is the about.
And he could be right. I'm saying 545 was my original target before a correction.
Gotcha. All right, so this is IWM, right? There
was a beautiful trend line that got broken somewhere a few months back.
Yes, this one up here.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
not only that one, but the one
pretty parallel to it. This is what
the lower one as well.
When I see these parallel lines, like this one.
Yeah, I agree. You could draw in the lower trend line. That's it.
Yeah, this
that's
sort of.
Not it.
No, you have
up more to your left. Up with your left. Up with your left. Left hand up.
Left
hand up. Left hand up.
Left hand up. Okay.
All right.
I know. I can always move it once I get the slope right.
Oh, that's fine.
So yeah, the deal is we have.
Oh, that's fine. What you had before.
Okay. Yeah, you like to skate the bottom on those.
Yeah, definitely.
For those pictures, I get it.
That's fine. And then you also have the upper one.
That same line. When I move that same line
over.
over.
Leave that.
Okay. What I'm saying is that I get sort of the same
Leave
slope.
that and then draw the upper one. The upper one meets in a point.
Oh, this one here going down this way.
The one the one. Don't you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. I think I see what you're saying. We'll find out in a sec.
A triangle.
You're talking.
No.
Yeah, I'm not. Then I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, I forget it. Do what you're going to do.
No. I don't have.
I was looking at that peak.
Oh, you're talking about this triangle here, like this.
The triangle to the left of yeah. But a little arch. The slope is not straight. The slope would be about 10 degrees, 15 degrees.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're talking about. You're not talking about. You're talking about that line like that.
Or maybe more, 30 degrees.
Like that. Because there's this line here about a sort of a downtrend. But again,
it doesn't matter. It's that was in the past. That setup was for a downward move.
Right.
I just wanted to show that.
Yeah, this one here, right here, this sort of parallel line here. If we're looking for that triangle.
That's true.
So again, if it consolidates over here, that's definitely very bullish.
It does look like there's a good chance we could move up here.
Yeah, if it skates down in here, you were right about picking it up at 200.
Right.
Waiting all the way to 195.
Right.
Because the lowest you could even go is down here, and even then it's still 200.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you're right. Right in this gap, you have to pick it up around 201 if you don't want to miss it.
Right.
That's what it seems like, right up in here, if you don't want to miss it.
That's the perfect place to buy.
201.65.
Yeah. And target, if the S&P goes up to 600, this might go up close to 3.
Remember back in here, we had all.
What was I told you last time, mark my words.
You said
this will be closer to 300 than 200 if the SPY makes a move to 600.
Yeah, look, I'll be happy if it goes back to the 220s.
It'll go beyond 250. Well, probably well beyond 250.
Yeah, this is the high, the overall high right here. It's just above 240. Remember, we had that trend where we were staying around between 220, between 210 and 230 for the longest time years ago.
SPY goes up 65 points. That's a little more than 10%. This will go up 40%. More than that.
Okay, understood. I get your point precisely because you're saying that if we're gonna have this if we're gonna have this bull market or this
40% of 200 is only 240, right? I think it goes higher.
Okay.
And more like 60% at least. The big move is going to come before the bull market ends. The big move will come in IWM.
All right.
You got to have the broadening and all the shit stocks have their day in the sun. Every dog has their day, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm with you. I guess, I'm going to have to pay attention and change my number from 195 to something closer to 2.
This is the index that should become number one mover in the next bull market.
All right.
Look, I'm not the only one saying it. I'm not taking.
No, of course not. I mean, it was. The thing is, if it's a recession, though, then everybody's going to be dead meat.
True, but before everyone realizes that we're in the recession, we get the bull run.
Gotcha. Right.
When the soft landing is still being talked about.
Right. We're looking for this action in here and trying to capitalize on this action here.
For me, there's no doubt that we're going to end in a recession ultimately.
All right. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to do
and
that.
The Fed is going to move too late, with their interest rates. Well, EU.
Yeah. Well, now that the EU and Canada made its move, it might give them pause.
They should definitely move in September, maybe in July even.
Yeah, no, you were saying August or July might be a possibility. Some people are clamoring for an earlier than necessary drop.
Yeah, because you want to prevent a hard recession, bad
Right. The
recession.
analogy was the parachute.
If the Republicans get in, they'll do away with the Fed altogether.
Right.
There won't be any more Fed.
Uh,
So is there anything else worth looking at before we wrap up?
well,
I mean, I
I
want
also
to stress to our audience the significance of a move in interest rates coupled with a move in Bitcoin. That's my thesis.
so now let me ask you: in this scenario of yours, are the precious metals still?
Precious metals have me confused. I went long, probably my timing wasn't so good.
Right.
Um,
Gold is still golden. I don't want to get
let's face it, Spike. If even if interest rates come down, gold could still rally. In fact, that may set it up for gold to rally, right? Because gold doesn't have to compete with the treasury bond.
right.
So
Right.
precious metals could still do well.
But it does track inflation at least, and if inflation
Yeah.
is going down, it'll still give you a return nonetheless.
I think gold and silver rally despite the interest rates going down, maybe because of interest rates going down.
Gotcha.
My scenario is almost every sector goes up in a melt up,
Well,
just like every sector goes down in a downturn, in a crash.
at GLD.
So even the commodities should go up. That's why I'm staying put in my new positions. HL, silver.
And TLT is a smart move, I'd say.
Well, how is SCCO? That's a pure copper play.
Which one? SCCO.
Yeah, did that move today?
Take a look. Southern Copper.
No, nothing.
Well, but it's still wedging.
Yeah, I mean, I think we may have put in a bottom. What are we in the daily?
This is the daily.
We might have put in a bottom 2 days ago.
This one here.
I still like copper and gold, and that's why I like FCX. I'm still in that. My timing may have been less than perfect, but not getting out.
FCX. This is Freeman McMoran.
Little move today.
Is that the one?
Yeah, a little move today.
Are they miners or are they just
Miners,
Okay.
copper and gold.
copper and gold mine? Yeah, well, they had a bit of a good move today.
They're not American. They're South American somewhere.
Okay.
Not
Like
sure,
IUI.
not sure where.
All right, yeah, you got this nice trend line in here. That's clear. So you have an opportunity to make a little money if it breaks again.
I hope so, and I just don't want to lose.
You look at this one here, like you go.
I don't care if I don't make much. I think I bought it higher, maybe 53. I think I paid for it.
Yeah, but you got this trend line going, so you're only heading towards the stable spot anyway. Yeah,
I want to close that gap for starters.
right.
That would be about 50, about where I bought it.
51.47
Well, if you look at the close of that red candle,
right there. 52.06.
yeah. So that's for starters. I want to get back into that into the upper trend line. I want to go move up, not down.
Right.
And I think this is a critical time to do it. So I'm looking forward to a big bull run happening soon. June is an ideal month. Why not? June and July, maybe part of August. Last year we got yucky in middle of August, I think, and then we were yucky till October, mid-October, right?
Yeah.
Same thing could happen this year. We
Yeah,
could have a big move over the summer. And then give some back in late summer.
Oh well, then that's consistent with Professor Omar's prognostication. So yeah.
I don't know if totally consistent, but We're not far away, I don't think.
Now, is there any bright light in biotech before we go?
I bought SMMT. You want to look at it?
Sure. 'Cause for me, the only one is Lilly, and I don't know if Lilly has SMM
SMMT.
S like Summit Therapeutics. Okay. Wow, what happened here?
They got approval in China for their small, what do they call it, small cell lung cancer.
Right.
So that
And then it's the
gave me a shot
moderation
in the
thing.
arm.
So this is the half line for this green candle.
Yeah, they don't make any money in China because they have a partner that makes the money, but they got approved. Eventually, they'll get approved here. It looks good. They in head-to-head trials against Keytruda, the standard of care, they beat it.
Oh, right. This was the Keytruda. Um,
I think it might have been Indo K that told us
we
about
were
it.
given this the day after this line, right?
Was it Curtis or Indo? One of them told us.
Yeah, I remember. That's right.
So I bought some. My average is about 850, I think. No, my average is.
Let's see.
I
This
think
is
I paid 950, 850, and 750. Yeah, 850.
11 and around 314. So 7 is the midpoint.
My average is 850.
Yeah. So
So I'm a little. What am I? A little below.
yeah, it's around 8 now. It's 813.
Yeah, I'm a little below.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be the prevailing slope right in here.
Yeah. And Nvidia gave back some today. That was.
Not very much.
I think the problem with that trade is it's very crowded.
Yeah, I stepped into SMCI because it was it looks like a bargain right now.
It was 12. Wasn't it 12?
Might eat its lunch.
Wasn't it 1250 to high?
Not today. Well,
No?
this is so this is Nvidia. You're right. Nvidia's giving a little bit back, but it has not. It hasn't dipped below 1,000 in forever.
But it was 1250 today, so it came back.
It did. It stopped at 1256. It looks like.
I mean, I worry about the trade a little bit because if it goes sour for whatever reason, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Well, what, back to the worrying days over in here.
No, I mean it'll. I don't know where it'll. Pick a number. It could go down quick. So along with all the other SMH,
Yeah, let's see. We said SMCI was the one.
SMCI, all of them.
And you wanted to look at also the HPE. So
SMCI and Dell, I own them both. I'm not happy lately.
Right. Well, like you said, these guys might be eating each other's lunch right now.
Yeah.
SMCI. Well, we have this little trend here and this little trend here. That's actually a bearish flag.
Yeah.
And let's look at. You said Dell was the other one. Right.
Dell recently, since earnings, has shown a lot of weakness. But
yeah, well, actually, again, it's showing that same sort of triangle as before.
It's consolidating now, right? Consolidation.
What was this tumble? This tumble was on earnings, on old earnings.
What before the end of the year, it's going to fill that gap at 170 and change.
And the other one that you said was a possibility was HPE.
By the end of the year, probably by the end of the summer, it'll fill that gap.
Now this guy here, look how. I mean, this was way down here in March. Like nobody was even talking about it. This is HPE.
No, suddenly everyone started whispering, "Hey, Dell sells servers."
Right.
All of a sudden.
No, this is HPE, so I guess they were saying the same thing about these guys.
I know, and of course they talked about their profits from the server side, which is very, very strong, along with SMCI, along with HPE, even IBM sells servers.
That was the last one I wanted to look at because IBM is. What is annoying me the most is Intel. I'm constantly in Intel thinking that this has got to be a winner, and it's not winning.
Intel is your father's stock.
I guess it's your father's tech stock.
Yeah.
Now this is IBM. What is all this? What is all this about?
IBM took a crap.
Okay, you think it's going to recover?
Yeah. It definitely was in the crapper for a while, but I think it's coming back. I'm not too worried about it collapsing totally, but I'm not so sure it's
Yeah,
going to
they
do.
have such a they have a big entry in AI. You know the one that beat Ken Jennings in Jeopardy years ago.
Right.
Why wouldn't IBM be like
And they also quantum computing.
right? They should be everywhere, and we're
And
getting
they have they have a foot in the door in the server market. They have AI enterprise software. Watson AI they call it.
that's right. Watson AI. So why? I mean, I,
Why is the sky blue?
right? Why is the sky blue? And same thing with Intel. Again, Intel. It's supposed to be. Look at this. Look at Intel. Look how disgusting this is.
You got a lot of time. You'll make money on it, but you got to have a lot of time.
I guess.
It's not my first choice for chip stocks anymore.
I
You're
know
better
AMD
off with AMD,
a lot better than this.
MU, anything,
Oh, I didn't even think about MU. You're right. It's
anything. This is
and
Intel is just a disaster
I don't know why.
because they're yesterday's story. They're not today's story.
Yeah, but
If
they're
you
American.
go back to 1980, that would be the play.
All right. Well, it looks like AMD is definitely the better.
You want to know? You want to know how far back that goes? I told my thesis advisor to buy it. I'm serious.
I don't doubt that you are.
I'm not going to tell you the year that was. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the year 1973.
Yeah, no, I remember Dr. J. I know you, so I know your history. AMD is definitely the better play.
And I don't know if he bought it, but if he bought it, I was the best student he ever had.
Right, exactly. You'll be the one he talks about.
Yeah.
And this is actually look at him. Look at Mew quietly doing this for us.
Speaking of U's, how about just plain old U? I got rid of that a while.
Oh, I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on that one. It's killing me.
It's a disaster.
Yeah, I don't know when this trend line was meaningful, but look at the trend line now.
Let me know when it wakes up. I'll come back in.
Right. I mean,
I don't follow it on it very often.
There's like nothing good to be had here. All it is, I'm just holding it because it's not worth selling.
I think it'll turn around eventually.
Yeah, I know. But just like Nvidia did a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I bailed too soon when that happened.
Well, also it could be bought out. It's possible buyout play.
Well, it doesn't this one depends on whether or not this Apple
Provision.
this Apple Google Glass does anything.
Yeah, Provision. Yeah. Apple Pro. What do they call it? Apple Vision Pro.
Right, Vision Pro.
Definitely depends on that. Is that an engulfing candle today?
Let's see.
Lift it up a little bit.
It's my lift doesn't work for whatever reason.
Really?
Yeah, you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to lift and it doesn't lift.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's an engulfing.
It is though. It is an engulfing candle.
Well, maybe this is a signal to go back in.
All right,
I might actually go back in. It's only money.
Yeah, no, from your mouth to God's ear. I think maybe this is the turnaround.
Here's the story on SMMT.
Oh yeah.
Baker Brothers bought 200 million at $9. That's quite an investment, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, but I think the market cap is 6 billion or something like that. So 200 million isn't that much relative to the market cap. I'm sitting with it. You know, I can sit with that one for a while. I don't care.
Right.
I don't have that much. In fact, outside of my 10 biggest holdings, 12 biggest holdings, they're all relative. I'm not getting hurt with any of them going down. Not getting hurt bad. If one of the top 12 go down, then I'm hurt.
Got you.
Amazon going up makes my day. That's what happened today.
Yeah, well, there's never a wrong time to buy Amazon.
Yeah. So when Amazon is up, I
One
know
wise person told me that a couple of years ago.
I'm going to be okay when Amazon is up.
Right.
So
All right.
I think
Yeah, we hit our time. We hit our time limit.
Yeah, I think we did good. We covered a lot of ground. I don't
Yes.
know if we covered everything, but can never cover everything. But the main message is watch Bitcoin for a breakout, watch interest rates for a breakdown, or whatever you want to call it.
And keep an eye on IWM.
IWM at 200. Ciao.
Bye bye.
Thank you for charting. Bye, everyone.